It's me, Miss Jackson. So I've graded your speeches and I wanted to show you what your speeches should look like. You should be standing where I can see from head to maybe mid-waist. So I can see your gestures, I can see your body movements if you're dancing around, things like that. So when you're giving your speech, you need to make sure I can clearly see you. Also, one thing that you guys seem to have failed to do and you're not really doing in your speeches is you're not citing your information. So you need to say things like, according to basketballnba.com, they have stated that Michael Jordan is one of the top basketball players of all time. Another source you could say, according to mayoclinic.com, the definition of diabetes is blah, 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 blah. You should always cite your sources. Some of you have your sources written in your outline, but you're not saying them. Now, also, your sources need to be in your outline. They need to be on your reference page, and they need to come out of your mouth when you give your speech. Okay? Also, you should be using your outline. So let me give you an example. Hold on. Okay, so if this were my outline, I use one-handed gesture. I can change it to the other hand. If you want to use note cards, you can, but you can look down and look back up. There's no problem with looking down at your notes. We use what's called extemporaneous style speaking. So that means it's not memorized, and I'm not reading verbatim, word for word for word for word. I am using an outline plus my knowledge to give my speech. So if I were giving a speech, I would look down, I would say whatever, and then I would have my gestures. Make sure you have gestures. Let me get rid of this. Okay, so gestures, eye contact, smiling. If it's something to be happy about, smile. I need to see your facials. If it's something to be serious about, be serious. Make sure your lighting is well. You see how you can see my whole face? You see my eyes. You see if I'm smiling, if I'm frowning. Your light should be in front of you, not behind you. So I need to see you. I don't need to see your PowerPoints on a TV behind you. You don't need to hold up your PowerPoints. You're going to time those on to Go React. So it's fine. I don't need to see you holding things up or anything like that. Let's see. Another thing is you only need 4 to 6 PowerPoint slides, and you must make them. You can't pull them off of some type of medical site or pull them off another site. You have to make your own PowerPoint slides. I don't know what happened. The screen glitched a little bit. It's glitching, but I don't know. We'll keep going. So you have to make your own slides, and you only need 4 to 6. I should not see more than that. Also, I want you to dress appropriately. I want you to make sure that you have no words on your clothing. You have no hats on your head. You have no extra things going on. So you should just dress nicely. I'm not asking you to be in your best business suit, but there should be no words, no hats, nothing of that sort. Also, make sure you have pitch and tone variation. So if it's really important, I lower my tone some, but then I talk about this a little bit more. Do you see how my pitch and tone kind of varied some? Now, you're going to be doing a persuasive speech. In your persuasive speech, you should be doing the Monroe's motivated sequence. So I should hear all 5 steps of the Monroe's motivated sequence. I don't want you to say step 1 of Monroe's motivated sequence, but I should hear it within your speech. When you're doing your outline, you need to label it on your outline. Okay? The attention. So all these things need to be labeled within your speech. If you want to know how to hear the steps of a Monroe's motivated sequence speech, try watching a PSA. All public service announcements have Monroe's motivated sequences. So look at a few PSAs, Google some. There are a lot of very nice PSAs that go through those 5 steps and those stages. And I've said it a couple times, but be careful of your ums. We have some people who love that You can get rid of the word by practicing your speech. You should practice in the mirror at least 2 to 3 times. If it gets to where it seems memorized, then stop practicing. But if you don't seem to know your speech, you need to rehearse it and rehearse it and rehearse it until you kind of know it. All right, so it's time for your persuasive speeches. So remember, 4 to 6 slides. The speech should be 6 to 8 minutes long. Say your sources according to, so it needs to come out of your mouth, written on your outline, and written on your reference page. Make sure you have pitch and tone variations. Make sure that you're using gestures and you're zoomed out enough. Make sure you have enough lighting so we can see your beautiful face. And make sure you're using facials and eye contact and things of that sort. And watch what you're wearing. No words, no hats. Okay? If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Send me an email, drop me a line, and we can talk about it. Good luck. I know you all will do great.